we want to create a whole story for the artist and by the artist, um, in the most immersive way and the best way to see digital art. But the reality is like with NFT project is like the attention span is so short, and people have high expectation because they see Bored Ape and they expect you to be Bored Ape, you know. And it really affected me personally when I launched Lucidia, because Lucidia is not something that can be built in 1 month or even 1 year. It's something that takes a lot of time. We have about 40, 50 people that have been working on Lucidia for a year and a half now,
Wow.
and we're not near where I want it to be. You know. Um,
What's your vision? What's your vision with Lucidia?
yeah. So basically, right now, what we're doing, we're currently building the marketplace. We just shut down the immersive experience because we are remodeling everything. We have a bunch of we just got a new Unreal Engine senior devs to join the team, which is amazing. But we're building this immersive marketplace because as digital artists, I don't think it makes sense to view digital art on a thumbnail, on a web page. For us, I want to create like this immersive experience and tell the story of the artist, because when you go on Super or anything, you see the art and that's it. We want to create a whole story for the artist and by the artist, in the most immersive way and the best way to see digital art. That's really where we're focusing, and like creating like this marketplace is just an add-on to this whole experience. And we're currently getting a space in Vancouver that is about 4,000 square feet. We're gonna turn this into a small cafe with the art gallery with a 360 Lucidia immersive experience where people will be able to see what's happening virtually but physically as well. So that's pretty much what we're doing at the moment. It's a lot of work. We're working with UCAN, Manifold, and amazing partners to make this a reality. But the reality is like it takes time, and everything started by myself, as me alone, and now we have an amazing team of amazing people, which is insane.
So where does that go? So once you've created these kind of immersive storytelling experiences around art, how do I get involved in that without going to Vancouver?
Yeah,
How does that work? What's your
yeah.
vision there?
So okay, just to give like a little story of how it started. In the Nifty Gateway days, I started this project for Fvckrender, which was an immersive way for people to see my art. That's it. And I picked up Unreal Engine, which is a game engine. I learned it about like 1 or 3 months, and I created this immersive experience. And it was actually pretty innovative because it was the first like Web3 type of immersive experience. So started there, had a lot of success. We started with the crystals. Fuck crystals were an amazing success. We released the fuck avatars right before the crash, unfortunately. So everything went a little bit down, and we had a lot of haters because when every crash it brings negative. But that's I think it's amazing because we are able to keep building it. But it's all started there. And now what we're building is a pixel streaming services where people will just be able to go on the web page and immerse themselves on screen into this virtual world created by us for artists. Example, like Victor Mascara will have like his own virtual space there, telling his story, because his story is amazing, a close friend of mine. But our goal is really to shine lights on amazing artists, not necessarily like the most famous artists, but also like artists that we think have an amazing story, basically. Yeah.
And so it really is sort of part of your imagination of what the metaverse is going to be. It's a
Yeah.
fully immersive experience to get away from this 2D display
Yeah.
that we talked about, or the thumbnail, into something that is deeper storytelling, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I think storytelling is important because I think I have my own story, but imagine these millions of artists, their own story. And how can we like facilitate collectors to understand the story of an artist?
With our Real Vision Collective project, we've been working with an artist called Yinkore, based out of Nigeria. and her stories are unique because it's
Yeah,
Nigeria. And
yeah,
suddenly she
exactly.
starts selling art at 2 ETH or whatever. And she's like, I've just earned 2 months worth of wages. And she's a lawyer in Nigeria.
How
And
crazy is this?
I know. And she's
Yeah,
like, I'm now selling art on a global playing field. When before I'd have to sell it in an art shop in or
yeah,
a gallery in Nigeria and they'd never take me seriously. And now suddenly the world's open up.
yeah.
The stories that are going to come from this space, as is your story, they're amazing because it's enabled people, which is why we all love Web3
Mm,
because it's kind of leveled the playing field.
yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, and like it personally changed my life, and like I really hope if I can change one person's life in this mission, like I won. That's literally how I feel about all that. Yeah,
So, talk to me about 90s Kids because you just launched that just after I
yeah,
saw you in Paris.
yeah,
I know you and Ian Rogers are both skaters,
yeah,
and I can see the branding, and it's really unique and very
yeah.
cool. What are you doing with that? Because I'm sure you've got a few plans there as well.
This project is so exciting to me because like I've been skateboarding my whole life. I cannot skate as much as I wish I could because I'm busy working and I'm getting older. So every time I fall, it's like hurting more. But skateboarding has always been like in my roots and my partner Gabe's root. And we want to create like this Web3 media entertainment business basically. So what we're doing right now is like we're hosting like online contests, and these contests is we want to redistribute some money to like skaters, because for a skater to make money is barely impossible. Like you need to win contests and everything, and it's a very challenging it's a very challenging career, to be honest. And we want to help like good skaters to like be able to travel or like go to Barcelona and like have some footage. So we're hosting like these contests every month with cash price and NFT price as well. So this is one part of the whole thing. We're launching the 90s magazine, which is going to be very interesting, featuring amazing skateboard photographers, and a lot of like skateboarders are artists. So how can we like work with these amazing artists that share the same passion as us into like this sick like Web3 magazine of skateboarding? Like it's like the Web3 trasher basically. So we're doing this every month. We have a burn mechanic almost every month. We have a burn mechanic introducing new characters, just like just to use like blockchain, like smart contract in a different ways, and like give like different roles and uh, not priorities. Priority is not the right word, but options for collectors. So yeah, we have this. We're launching the clothing company, which is 90s as well, and we already have. I mean, this is kind of secret yet, but we might have one of the biggest store in Quebec and pretty much Canada as well to sell or brand, which is amazing. Uh, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's a very simple like project, but it's something that we really like take seriously, and it's something that we really want to build to be something that will help skaters and artists that are skaters as well.
Well, because it's kind of I think of it as the tokenization of the culture of skating.
Hmm.
So it's for the skaters, by the skaters,
Yeah,
around their culture.
yeah,
So it's not about collecting NFTs per se as being part of
yeah,
this, because as you said, skaters, it's a hard thing if you want to try and compete or you don't have any money to do all of this stuff. And there's only a few of you at the skate park or on the streets,
yeah,
and you want to meet other people. It's
yeah,
a way of connecting them and then giving them a focal point. And I
yeah,
think the idea
exactly.
of the fashion brand is genius because skatewear for a long time has been at the forefront of fashion,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
even the 90s idea relates to people who grew up. It's like a
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
specific thing. It's
Yeah,
very clever.
yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and it's something that we like building, and it's been so fun. Like just seeing like on Discord, like seeing like kids being able to talk to like actually good skaters. We have so many like good skateboarders on our Discord, like just sharing clips and just like hanging out and talking with other people and having like even like there's so many people that like don't skate, but everyone picked up a skateboard when they were kids. Everyone watched skate videos when they were kids. Almost everyone. So it's so, especially in the 90s culture, it's so like part of everyone, you know? So that's why we were like,
It's also what I love about skating. It's skateboarding. It's egalitarian. It's for everybody.
Hey visionaries, thank you for tuning in. For more free crypto content like this, head over to realvision.com/crypto. You'll get early access to the most brilliant minds in the space to cut through the noise, get in-depth analysis, and get you ahead of the curve with unbiased insights.